Hi, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to review a laptop from Dell, that is the Dell Vostro 3425. So I would say that this is one of the budget laptops available in the market because I bought this for 35,000 Indian rupees. So it's one of the cheapest ones if you are excluding the Chromebooks or the very, low performance mini laptops and stuff like that. Before this, I had one of the Dell Inspirons. That was one that cost me around 75,000 rupees. So that is like the upper mid range. And I also had an Apple MacBook Air M1. So, I mean, even though they are not the top ends, but then they still come in the, the good ones, the premium ones. So compared to that, how this one performs, I'm going to talk about that. Back in the day, about 3-4 years back, I had another laptop from Dell that was a Dell Inspiron, but that one was a Core i3, low specs ones. It was 42,000 rupees. It was just a little bit on the higher side compared to this laptop because that was a 15-inch and it was 42,000 rupees. But when I used it, I was so disappointed. I had to sell it off within a month or two from buying it because it was too slow and I could not use it at all. So now that you know my background about laptop use, that I was used to using the M1 and the higher end Dell Inspiron. That was high quality. It was quick. It was fast. It felt premium and stuff like that. And the M1 in gold, the MacBook Air M1 in gold, it used to feel good. It had a good battery life and it was quick and fast. And the boot time was really quick. And when you put it to sleep and you wake it up, it wakes up in a second or two. And as for any other gadgets like phones or tabs, I'm someone who is like used to using the most premium one. So based on all this background, the gadget background that I have, I'm going to tell you how I feel about this Dell Vostro 3425. So this is the Dell Vostro 3425. It has an AMD Ryzen 3 5425U with Radeon graphics, and it has an 8 GB RAM, and it has it's a 256 GB laptop. So it's not very high spec. It's a very budget kind of laptop. So it's got Windows 11 Home. Now let's take a look at the body of the laptop. So inside this dim room that I am in, the screen brightness is pretty fine, but I never had to use it outdoors. So whenever I've used it indoors, in the office or at home, it's been fine. The only drawback is that there's no backlit keyboard and there's no separate numpad. But I like this form factor. Whenever there's a numpad over there, there's no asymmetry. So I like this very symmetric kind of keyboard layout with the trackpad in the center. And when you're typing and you're looking at the screen, everything is in the center. But when you have a keypad over here, you're like looking at the screen there, but your hands are on the left side. So I don't like that asymmetrical feel. So this is the laptop. Everything's matte black and it feels good. So even though the design is nothing very spectacular, it just feels good and it just it gets the job done in the design category. So it feels rugged, and I don't feel bad when I just throw it inside the bag, and I'm not scared about it getting scratched and stuff because of the matte finish. Now for the weight, it's not very light. It's not like a very ultra light stuff like less than 1 kg or something like that, and it's a bit heavier than the MacBook Air M1, but it's manageable. It's not on the heavy side. I would say it's like average or a little bit lighter than average because it's pretty small. And about the performance, it's quite good. I'm not playing any games. I'm not doing any video editing, but I use my laptop just for basic work like documents and PowerPoint and some web browsing and stuff like that, and file management basically, and organizing stuff on OneDrive and Google Drive and stuff like that. So that's my basic use with this laptop. So for all that, it's very good. The boot time is quick. It wakes up quickly from sleep, and I've never had the laptop hang on me. And since it's got SSD, it's pretty quick. And for the low storage, it's fine because I use a external SSD, so I don't have any problems with that. And since I'm not doing any heavy work on this, for basic work, this is very good. I'm very satisfied with it. I mean, I don't even want my MacBook Air M1 or the expensive Inspiron right now, because I'm so cool with it right now. As for other stuff like video editing, I'm doing it on my Samsung tab and Samsung phone. So since I'm managing video editing with those, I don't need to edit on this, and I don't play games. So for the basic work, this laptop is perfect for me right now on a budget. So if you're looking for a basic laptop that's like fun to use, doesn't get slowed down or something like that, my father has a HP Pavilion or something like that, which is also below 40,000, and whenever I try to use his laptop, it feels a little frustrating because the keys aren't good, the trackpad isn't good, it's like pretty slow. But I haven't had that kind of problem with this one. It's like working as good as new till now. I've had this for like 1 year. So all in all, I think this is a great laptop if you're looking for a budget one with low specs, if you're not into gaming or video editing, and just for basic use like PowerPoint, file management, and web browsing. This is very good. No need to buy, go into the mid-range or higher mid-range for the basic use. If you're looking for a budget laptop, this design from Dell Vostro, this matte black is pretty good. It feels premium because of the matte black, and it's not like it's shiny and too premium kind, but it doesn't feel cheap either. Plus, on a budget, just having SSD does the job. The problem with my previous Dell was it had a hard disk, so that's why it was slow. Even if you have a weak processor, if you have SSD, I think the computer runs perfectly fine. Thanks a lot for watching this video. See you in the next one.